Hi everyone, this is Jackson and my wife Emily. Welcome again to our weekly, our weekly interview with the successful leaders in our community. Uh, in case you don't know us, in case you're first time watching us, we live in Vancouver, Canada. We have four boys, and we originally were from Taiwan, but moved here to Vancouver 4 years ago, and we started our online business last July. So it's over a bit over 16 months, and we're really honored today that Franco, all the way from Philippines. Well, he's staying in the Philippines right now, but originally he's based in Canada. So has agreed to come on and share some of his insights with us. Hi, Franco.
Hi, Franco.
Hi,
Good
hello,
morning.
Jackson and Emily.
Uh,
I'm
Good
actually watching us
morning.
from my other phone as well. So
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Yeah, so we you're like a legend in our community, so we have to have you
thank you.
on and have our followers get to know you. So we'll just jump right into not
Mhm.
waste the time. Is the first question, as always, we'll ask people to kind of share about their background and how they come into this business, what was happening at the time that you started to come in.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Um, Before I start, I'd like to say to the 8 viewers that we have right now, and hello, Nancy. Hello.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are doing well. Hello to all of the viewers, and I hope you, Jackson and Emily, are doing well as well in Vancouver. But anyway, my name is Franco. I was born and raised in the Philippines, and I started working at a very young age because, growing up, I already have determined and realized, how important it is to help your family out, by working with them, by working for them, so that you can provide, the best in life for them. I'm not talking about luxurious stuff, but I'm talking about, things that will get you through in a week, in a day, throughout the week, throughout the day, throughout the month, in a year. That's why I felt the importance of working at a very young age. So after I graduated, I got employed here back home. I was working for a international hotel chain here, but during that time, the pay wasn't really good because I was just working in the province. It was not even outside of my hometown. That's why
Mhm.
we were getting paid at a provincial rate, that's what we want to
Mhm.
call.
Yeah.
And then a year later, I moved to the Maldives, which is my first international experience.
Oh, nice.
And
That's
yeah,
a nice assignment.
it is. And I worked for the Hilton there. I was part of the pre-opening team, so we
Oh, nice.
were actually the one who set up everything and opened up the resort. And after a year, I felt that this was not for me because you're pretty much stuck in the island. And
Right.
I moved back home, stayed here for 3 months, and then joined a cruise ship after. So I worked for a
Shit.
cruise
Wow.
line.
Wow.
Yeah, I worked for a cruise line for about 6 months, and then I felt that this was not for me as well. I
You're
moved back
also stuck on
home.
an island, sort of.
Yeah, and I moved back home and worked for a local hotel chain, and I worked with them for about 2 years.
Oh,
And another opportunity came, which was to go to Singapore. So I moved to Singapore and worked there for 2 years, I guess. Yeah, 2 years. And then I found another opportunity there to go to Canada. So I moved to Canada in 2013.
hmm.
And I worked for a local hotel chain in Fort McMurray. And 2016 came, fast forward. There was a big fire that happened there. So I was part of the Fort McMurray wildfire. I'm sure you guys you guys know about that.
Hmm.
And I had to move to Fort Saskatchewan, to Edmonton, and then to Calgary. It's because I was trying to find unemployment
Right.
because I got displaced, I got unemployed, but we were getting support from the government. But
Right.
for somebody like me who has a big sized family, what I was getting wasn't enough. That's why I felt the need to be employed and work again. And I had to use my credit card, and I had so many debts in there because I was supporting my family.
Hmm.
And luckily, 4 months later, I got employed by the Fairmont Hotel. Then I moved to a different company again. Then I just found myself juggling between three jobs because I really wanted to pay off my debts and support my family, plus, the
Hmm.
dreams that I needed to fulfill. So three jobs. My life was just circling around between 3 hours of sleep, no days off per month, or I'll be lucky enough if I get a day off in a month. And I stumbled upon this opportunity in 2018 of August, and to the rest is history. But to cut it short, I mean, fast forward again. Before 2018 ended, I managed to pay all of my debts. I managed to quit from two of my part-time jobs, and 11 months later of doing the business, I became the boss of my own self. So I completely let go of all of my jobs and started working for myself for this business. And September 1st was of 2019 was the day that I will never forget, because that's the first day of freedom. And I
Yeah.
just I just celebrated my first year anniversary as my own boss last September 1st of this year, 2020. So it has been one full year of no alarm clocks, and I went home December 2019, and I've been here with my family since then. So I'm marking my 12-month vacation in December, and I couldn't really ask for more. It's all because
Right.
of this business.
Right.
You can work from anywhere, I guess, with our business.
So when you're sharing your story, I just got all goosebumps because it's just feels so touched because the timing couldn't be any better. And especially now that with the COVID that you're with your family and then you couldn't have done that if you were still juggling between three jobs.
Correct.
Wow.
That's correct. It's very that I feel and I felt at some point that God and law of attraction, the universe, or whoever I believe in, has really prepared me for this, for this pandemic, for these uncertainties in life, and I'm really glad that I found this business right before the pandemic hit the world. So
Yeah,
you're
plus
right, Emily.
you're in the hotel industry. That's like a worse hit, right? If
Yeah.
you're still in the industry, it's probably very difficult.
I remember when we first started July last year. We've been following some people in the community, and for sure you were one of them. And I remember reading your post that you at first when you were still with say three jobs, that you were using this time a little bit here and there, lunch break, afternoon break, and
Yeah.
then. I just cannot imagine that how difficult it is when you first started. So in the past 2 years plus, that can you share with us whenever there's like sometimes probably you wanted to give up or just so many challenges. How did you manage to push it through?
It's funny, when you mentioned that, I wish that I could have filmed everything, of how I was doing it, because it gives me goosebumps, right now, if I'm going to think about my situation back then. And I'm still surprised that I actually managed to get through, that situation. Imagine, I'll wake up at 4 a.m. To be prepared for work at 6 because I don't drive, because I don't have money to buy a car in Canada, right? So I had to commute, to brave the colds of the winters, to be on the road as early. You would always have an allowance of or a leeway of 1 hour for you to be prepared for work and for the traveling time. So I have to wake up at 4 a.m., be prepared for work at 6 because I need to do the opening at the bank, right? And I will get off at 1 p.m. and I have to be prepared for work at 2:30. So I will just go home, have a quick lunch, and sometimes I don't even get to brush my teeth. Like I will just go to work and brush my teeth, at the locker room, and I will be there at 2:30. Then I will get off at 11. And as soon as I get off at 11, I will prepare for my shift at the grocery store, which is 11:30. But that is just downstairs from where I was living in, and 11:30 I will get off at 1 a.m. Then I will have to sleep again.
4 is your sleep time.
And then wake up again at 4. So it was just 3 hours of sleep, sometimes 4. And the reason why I managed to get through that situation, it's because I was taking advantage of all the time that I could get. During my trips to work on the bus, during my trips to the washroom, during my lunchtime. That's the time that I actually really focus on the business and reply to all of the people who were inquiring about this business opportunity. And apart from that, before I go to bed, the moment when I wake up, even if I was using the washroom right before I get on the shower, I will still check on my phone. And even if I was washing dishes at home, I would still watch our masterminds and listen to it. And even on the bus, I will just listen, and will have to make sure that I stay plugged in. So technically, this business was the fourth one on my plate. And plus, I was managing, quite a few people back then. So it was tough. It was tough. But what mattered to me back then was my dreams, were my dreams. And what mattered to me there was, the time frame that and the timeline that I actually set for my goals to be achieved. And one of those is basically to provide more for my family and build my parents' house. And sometimes our only limit is ourselves. And the thing is, I managed to actually challenge myself, and I became more stronger, and I became a better person, better individual, a better provider, all because of this business. And what has really pushed me to do all of that were basically my dreams and my whys, why I wanted to be successful.
Right.
Right. You mentioned about you want to support your family, to give back to your family, and you're sitting in your dream house or your family's dream house right now, and the pool is about to be completed.
Right. I was just about to say that it's such a big contrast that no more cold in the night and go out early in the morning, and now you're sitting in sunny Philippines and then building your own pool, just yourself and your families.
But I have a question that I wanted to check with you is that, like, you've been in the business for 2 years, right? So you've seen many business owners coming through the door. So what's the key things that you see the difference between an extraordinary business owner and an ordinary one? What are the main things that you see that differentiate them in our business?
Honestly, it all comes down to your mindset. That's how it is. How much hungry you are in order for you to succeed, and how passionate you are. Like, what are you going to trade in order for you to be successful in this business? And the thing is, all of the stories that I've mentioned, all of the struggles that I've been through, those bumpy roads, those challenges and stuff, it only proves that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Because you have to go through muds, you have to go through dirt in order for you to get to where you want to be. And for me, it's all about grit. It's all about enduring everything, dealing with rejection. But no matter how many challenges are there being presented to you, or challenging you, or knocking you so hard on the ground, it's all about getting up and making it happen. I love that quote that I forgot what's the name of that guy or that lady, but he says that some people wish for success, but other people wake up every morning and make it happen. So it all comes down to your mindset, and I think that's what differentiates an ordinary business owner to an extraordinary business owner, because you can have all the resources that you want, you can have all the materials that you want, that's being that are available for you. But the thing is, you need to be willing, and you need to accept the fact that you don't know everything. Because once you tell yourself, or once you have realized that you know everything in this business or in life, then that's the end of the line for you. You will never grow further. And I think that's what differentiates an ordinary business owner to an extraordinary one.
Yeah, I guess one thing I can add on is that about giving, because all the true leaders, the extraordinary leaders in the community that we witnessed, they have a big heart, including Franco, including you. That they always give back to the community, to their team. Because the reason why we're, before we go on live, and Franco was just sharing with us that he has blocked his whole month down just for his team. He's doing one-on-one. He has more than 400 people in your team. You have more than 400 people in your team, but you're so willing to give out your time, commitment to help them grow and succeed. And that is really the quality of a leader, and that what makes it ordinary and extraordinary.
And the thing is, hi Christy, thank you so much. And the thing is, Emily, if I may add, I think you will be more giving if you are really grateful in what you're doing and what's happening in your life, be it like small or big success. Because once you feel the gratitude in your heart, and once you practice gratitude, chances are, or 100%, you'll be more giving, and you'll be more willing to help out, other people, because you know how it feels to have nothing, how it feels to basically start from zero. And you're right. Thank you for pointing that out. I never even realized that that's one of the qualities that I possess, or many of our business owners are possessing. right now that makes them stand out, from other people. So thank you for the reminder.
Oh, and the next question for you, I would like to know that what is, I'm sure there are many, but what is the most unforgettable moment in the past 2 years? I still remember watching a video that you shared with us in the team about you meeting your father. Maybe that's one of them, or maybe not. Will you
Yeah,
share
what's
with
your
us?
most memorable moment?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? I could go all day, to talk about the things that really have impacted my life. But the momentous event that really happened, and this is going to make me cry for sure. No,
Um,
it's just that when I finally, built, this home for them, and as a Catholic back home, I'm Catholic. We're a big Catholic family. We would invite a priest to come over and bless the house, and that has been the practice. So that morning, something that I will never forget. I was actually at the second floor, and my mom was prepping up. She was getting ready, and my dad as well. And I was ready already by 7, and the house blessing was at 10. And I was so excited. And then the moment when my parents, my mom and my dad came out and gave me a big hug
Oh.
to tell me that I'm really happy. My mom was crying, like literally she was in tears. She bursted into tears, and she just told me how happy she is. And for me, that's my biggest takeaway. It's not even monetary, because they're already at their 60s, and probably I would be able to achieve all of this. To be able to put up a house like this for them if I was part of the 9 to 5 grind, but it will take time. But say, for example, I could only give it to them after 10 years. My question is, are they still going to be alive during that time?
enjoy it. Yeah.
And for me to see my parents, the happiest couple, the happiest people on earth that day, is something that I'm always grateful about. Something that I take with me every night. Something that I say thank you for, for, like, to God, to the universe, for making it happen. And sometimes I do question myself, what have I done to deserve all of this? Sometimes you feel you're not worthy, but they still bless you, like God in the universe still bless you, probably because of your pure intention to make your parents happy. And if the subject is always about my parents, it's a very touchy and sensitive topic for me, because I love them. I love them so much, to the moon and back, and I will do everything that I can. Come hell or high water, I'll do everything that I can to make them happy.
Yeah, you have quite a strong why, I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It makes us feel like,
Yeah.
we gotta kind of do some more hustle compared to Franco.
I just feel so touched because as we have 4 boys together, I still remember I saw your story that I haven't been home for many, many years before.
Yeah.
This
We let
time.
them watch the video.
Yeah, and then I'm just so touched. I guess that's true. Being as children, we just want to honor our parents. We just want to love them and give them the best. And as parents, we just want the best for our children. We just want our boys to be happy. So I guess it's mutual, but that nothing is more beautiful than now being here with in home with your parents, you with your family for almost a year. But there's nothing. It's not possible if it's not with this business.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I'm just thankful. I still pinch myself every day. Whenever I realize that this is our home, really. Like, I got a comfortable bed. Back then, when I was, whenever I go home, whenever I come home from Canada to Philippines and spend like 3 weeks or 4 week vacation here, I will never, like, for me, that's already a comfort. That's my definition of comfort. Like, to be with my family, even though I didn't have any comfortable bed. Like, even though in the morning, sometimes when I wake up, I'll be just surprised that there's a cockroach right next to me, and for me that's comfortable. That's comfort for me, because I was with my family.
With your family.
And the thing is, I thought that was the end of the line for us. And it's because for the last 12 years that I've been working overseas, the thing is, I felt that there wasn't a big change that was happening, and I felt that after a decade that it was about time for me to search for something, because I felt like I was running out of time, and I really didn't know that it could all happen through this business.
Right.
In such a short time,
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
So speaking of our business, can you share with us one thing that you love most about it, or many?
About what? Sorry.
About
our business?
the online
Oh,
business.
okay.
Mhm.
Um, Really, if you're going to ask me at this point of time, apart from all of the things that I have already achieved, it's really the gift of connection. That's something that I love. If I was not in the business, I wouldn't know who Emily or Jackson is. I will never know you guys. Like for you to give me an opportunity to see how you're doing in life, like to meet your wonderful family. And it's the same thing that goes for everyone in our community, like to know what's happening to Becky Sue, to my mentor Michelle, to Mike and Darren, to the people who belongs in my team, for me to know what kind of person they are, the culture that they have, what they're doing in life, what's their passion, what's their favorite ice cream flavor, this kind of stuff. For me, it's really the connection, and I believe today connection is actually the new currency, and because you're actually being connected to people. It's like when I joined this community, it's like walking into a room with thousands of doors, and those doors are actually doors to opportunities. And imagine I'm connected to nurses, to lawyers, to doctors, and
Exactly.
even when I was putting up, when I was planning about the swimming pool, I even sought opinions from engineers who were part of my team, and that's for a zero cost.
Right,
And imagine those are the little blessings that are being unfolded right before your eyes, and that's something that I'm realizing at this point, that I'm really lucky and grateful to actually know these people, and apart from that, to basically just tell your story to people, and tell them what you've been through, who were you before this business, and for you to be able to inspire them, in some ways. That's really a blessing, because you're not trying to pretend or try to be somebody. You're just telling the truth, and you're trying to tell your story. But probably 10 years ago, I wouldn't know that somebody will be inspired about my story. And for you to see that, it inspires other people, the messages that I'm getting on a daily basis. It's just heartwarming. And that's something that I love about this. It's because you're being able to inspire, and you're being connected, and you are connected to thousands of hundreds of thousands of people in our community. It's like having a universal family altogether.
Yeah.
I love how you put it. The connection is the new currency. I just remember I read something today that's
Mhm.
really similar. It says that what you do for yourself, it dies with you. It goes with you when
Correct.
you die. But what you do for other people and for the world, it is and
Stays.
will
Yeah.
remain immortal.
Right.
So it's how we can contribute ourselves to inspire others and then be inspired.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm.
Yeah. So one last question, if we may, is
Sure, sure.
can you share with us?
Mhm.
I know you're still working, although you're with your phone back with your family back home. I know you still work, you still manage your business. So can you tell us one routine that you do every day that is very important to the success of your business?
Can I mention two things? It's
Okay.
when it's when I wake up, and it's before I go to bed. Okay, so of course, before I go to bed, really, I count my blessings. Like the roof above my head. The food that we had today on our table, the time that I got to spend with my family. Those things, and all of the developments that's happening in the business, including all of my business partners. I actually say a prayer for all of them, and I wish every day, and I tell the universe for them to become successful, to duplicate the results that I've got, or I really wish for them to actually surpass all of the results that I've got, because that's something that I will be grateful and happy about when that happens, and I know it will happen. So that's something that I do every night before I go to bed. When I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna tell you again, I pray for another opportunity to be able to help other people, to be able to work on my business, to be able to make all of the people around me, the happiest people on earth. Those are the two things that I actually do every day, and I don't let any day go by. Even though if I will get drunk today, I would still remember to pray when I go to bed and when I wake up. So two things that I do every day: I pray, I tell the universe what I wanted in life, and I wish well for all of the business partners and for all of the people in our community, including our leaders. That's something that I do every night and every morning when I wake up.
Wow.
Oh, okay,
Wow.
that's a great advice.
Yeah.
We gotta believe in something higher power than us, right? And power of the law of attraction. That's we learn in our business.
Yeah, I guess it's in the past 6 months for us. It's also like diligently practice gratitude, because we all be grateful, but it's just like a concept to us. Before the business, we know that how important it is and this and that, but we did not, having the we did not have the discipline to do it every day. So I guess really, yeah. So thank you for sharing with us your tips for success.
Well, we
You're
hope
welcome.
to see you soon in Canada one day when this all is over.
Or we're going to Philippines.
Yeah. Either or is fine. I'm actually going back in January or Feb, so I really have to, because of my condominium there. I'm not sure how it looks like right now.
Yeah.
It's
been away for a while.
Been away for a while, but I'll be there to work on some things, because I'm planning to have my business incorporated as well.
Right.
And after that, I will just go for my examination for the citizenship, because I was supposed to have it back in March as well, but because of the pandemic, it got postponed, and I think they're doing it for next year. So I got to keep an eye on that. So
good luck.
I'll do I'll just start those things out. Sorry.
Yeah. Double congratulations.
Thank you.
On incorporation of your business and the citizenship.
Yeah.
Good.
And if I come by or if I visit Vancouver at one point, if I'm there, I'll make sure to go and see you guys. Okay.
For sure. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to all of you. To both of you. Thank you.
Okay. Good luck on everything and stay safe.
Thank you. Stay safe as well.
Okay. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you next time. Thank you, Franco.
Thank you. Bye everyone.
Thank you.